Nice to see you again, Rory.
Thank you very much.
You're at the UD Trucks event. Can you tell us a bit about the inspiration behind the event here?
Well, yes, really. The inspiration behind this event was to just let people know and reaffirm UD Trucks in South Africa. We also wanted to take this opportunity to boost the Questa product at this point in time. So we thought it would be a good idea since the launch in 2015 to showcase UD Trucks a little bit.
Remember that launch fondly at Legends. What's been the response from the market from the Quan and the Questa?
The response on Quan is, of course, that has been a long-established brand. We launched that in 2010 initially and then revamped it in 2012. So that's been going along very nicely. Questa, of course, was for us at that time a newer type concept. And of course, it's starting to find its feet now and it's on its way to maturing in the marketplace. So we thought it's time just to sort of reactivate its marketing, hence you being here today.
Truck sales is a big talking point. Medium section up, heavies and lights a little bit down. What's the rationale behind all of that?
I think, of course, the positive side is that we've seen on the medium duties or the heavy commercial vehicles here in South Africa that's been positive, and I think that has been underpinned by that we have a nation that needs to be fed and clothed and needs to continue in some method, and I think those vehicles are playing that role to make sure that takes place. Of course, in the light duty market, we are seeing a little bit of impact of a general downturn in the economy, where obviously the smaller vehicles play a role in let's call it the retail side of things, which has been a little bit slow. I think it's also influenced a little bit by the debt that we have in the country at the moment, so people are not spending on nice to haves as perhaps they would have in the past, so that's an indication. And if we go to the top end of the market, we believe it's very much around the slowness in mining, the slowness that we see now in construction, where we also see that the market is down at the moment.
And as a leader, how do you plan for all these different fluctuations that are sometimes out of your control?
Look, I think the market is, over the years, we've realized the market does move in cycles. So, of course, one must save for a rainy day, that kind of thing. Yes, I think it's important to analyze the market and understand when these upturns and downswings take place so that one prepares properly for that. Obviously, you don't want to get caught, so we try and forecast as best as we can going forward. Yes, there have been times, for example, the Asian crisis at the end of the 90s that caught everybody, and then of course the last financial crisis also caught everybody. But at this stage, we've been able to sort of understand that it is coming, and we also understand that we will not see a sharp rise in growth after this, but more sort of a slow growth coming in the years to come.
And the restructuring of the business, can you tell the viewers a little bit more about that?
Yes, I think with the new CEO for the group, Martin Lundstad, he made a direct change in direction and said that he would rather than have a geographical organization, he would prefer to have a brand-focused organization for each brand to be able to stand autonomously and to be able to support their customers. He's very much on a drive to make sure that by having a brand-focused organization, we can be far more customer-focused and closer to our customers and provide them what they require.
Exactly, and the customer service is everything in this business. How do you stay ahead of the curve in that regard?
Well, that is indeed one of the challenges. It's not just about the product, it's about how we support the product in the country, and that remains a challenging area of the business. Sometimes it goes very well, sometimes not that well. So yes, we do face our challenges, but the important thing is to make sure that we provide a good quality of service. It's important for us to provide the right level of parts and to have those parts available at dealerships so that we keep vehicles on the road, and of course that remains a big challenge.
And the synergy between UD Trucks and Volvo, there must be a lot of helping out between the two brands.
Well, I think in the past, the way the organisation was structured, there was some synergies in the back offices. Some of those synergies, of course, remain, but for the most part now, we've been dedicated and brand focused. Is that we need to be more independent, and we need to support our customers and our customer base from a UD perspective.
Finally, key sectors for 2017. Where do you see the growth happening?
I think for 2017, I think we're at the bottoming out of this, so we'll start seeing some growth taking place. I think there will be a bit of a recovery in the mining side of things. I think we will see a little bit of recovery in oil, so that will help us in countries like Angola, etc. That moves along. And then finally, I think the construction, there's still a lot of infrastructure development that needs to happen. Government is trying to go back and say, let's go back to the basics, get the national development plan sorted out. And once that happens, of course, then those industries will start picking up again.
And then more truck sales for you.
Hopefully, of course, there'll be more truck sales.
Thanks for your time, Rory.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure.